Hello everyone, my name's Lanza Moose, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about Rogue Company and why I believe it's not going to last. Now, before I start this little rant about it, I want you all to know that I am a huge fan of Rogue Company. I love this game to death. It is probably the best fun I've ever had in one of these, indie type games where it's not that big of a game, but it's still fun. It gives me Rainbow Six Siege vibes. It gives me Fortnite vibes. It's just an all-around amazing game, and you should really try it after watching this video. It is free. I'm telling you all that. It is free. But I am going to tell you some problems about it. So here is why I think Rogue Company is dying. Okay, so Rogue Company. If you don't know what the game is about, it's basically this 4v4 third-person tactical shooter. You have these rogues that can, help you have special abilities, all that jazz. And here today I'm going to tell you why I think this game is very much not going to be alive much longer. And it's going to be a bit of my opinion, a bit of actual facts. So let's get into the first reason why I think this game is dying. Number one is the roster. Now I want you to take a big hard look at this roster, okay? And name one of the problems you have with it. I want you to comment down below what problems you have with this roster. For me, it is the balance. Now, there's always a meta. There is always going to be a meta. There's always going to be certain rogues that are good, certain rogues that are bad. But you can definitely see there's some favoritism amongst a lot of these rogues. Number one is that Dahlia, I can't remember, I think that's her name, Dahlia, she hasn't got any skin whatsoever. She hasn't got a skin yet, even though she's probably one of the most useful rogues of all time. Second is that a lot of the rogues just aren't that really compelling. Now, there are some rogues that are amazing. Dima, the Fixer, Sigrid, Talon, Ronin's cool. But some of them are just very bland. Like Dallas, my boy. I love Dallas. He's definitely a homie. He's my main in the game, my favorite personal character in the game. But he's just a cliche Texas man who says cliche Texas things. Ronin. No, not Ronin. My bad. Lancer. Lancer's cool, but she's just a stereotypical streamer that takes pictures and says, this one's for my fans, and all of that stuff. So, a lot of rogues are basically just cliche, but there are some that are amazing. So next, I want to talk to you all about another reason why I don't really like this game. And this is very fact-based. This isn't just my opinion. This is through the community. And this is why this game has a lack of updates. Now, a lot of you may be thinking that the ones that play this game be like, wait, this game has weekly updates. What are you talking about, the lack of updates? Now, let me first tell you, yes, this game is so awesome because it gives weekly updates. A lot of games don't do that. Call of Duty. But wait, Call of Duty does updates on Tuesday. Yeah, but a lot of the times it's just the change to the store and the game modes. That's not really considered an update. But the reason why I want to talk about the quote-unquote lack of updates is basically what I mean by that is not lack of updates as in this game never gets updated, because it does weekly. Like I said, the term lack of updates means lack of the update that gets updated. If you don't know what I'm meaning, basically what I'm trying to say is that this game gives updates that aren't really necessary. Number one, why I say this? Because if you update a game and it doesn't change the game at all in any way, doesn't make the meta different, doesn't change any maps, doesn't give you any free rewards, then it's not considered an update, at least in my eyes. Now, let me point out, Frigid Hall event, pretty awesome. They give you free rewards. Is that it? 12 free rewards? Is that all the update offers? Oh, you can change your crosshair color. Well, I guess that's cool, but I mean, there's not really a difference. Oh, we changed Dima's passive to make it so that when people get hit by his explosives, he gets revealed instead of just getting downed. Yeah, that is pretty useful. Oh, also, we are not gonna really update the game for Xbox Series X people. And this is going to segue into one of my most pointed arguments, because the two arguments I'm saying could just be like a fan can be like, oh, well, okay, I get the second one about the updates, but I don't get your first one. And I'd be like, I understand if you don't agree with me. That is totally fine. But this one, you have to be hard-earned certain, and you have to be really hardcore fanboying on this game in order not to see what problem this is. Xbox Series X and PS5 are the next generation of consoles. And a lot of video games have been going smoothly, flopping over to them, giving it a bit less loading time, giving the games that you are playing on current gen consoles on next generation a bit more graphical upgrade. But that's not the case with Rogue Company. Now sure, PS5's working just fine, everything's going okay, but from what I've been seeing on Twitter, Xbox Series X, not doing too good. Apparently, what I've been seeing, this could be changed, so correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but what I've been seeing on every tweet Rogue Company is making, there are some comments going, I can't get into Xbox Series X. I can't get into Rogue Company on the Xbox Series X. I can't load into the game. It's kicking me out. The surrender option, it keeps automatically making me press X. And that last point I made isn't just for Xbox Series X. Heck, it isn't even for this current gen consoles, not PS5 or Xbox Series X, but rather PS4 and Xbox One. Because that happened to me too a lot of times. The problem with this game is that it's not doing what Call of Duty is doing. It's keeping in touch with its fans. It's doing the right thing. It's keep making the game what the fans want. But the fans is a whole different story from what the fans want versus what the creators think the fans want. And that is my point about this game. It's not they aren't listening, because I'm sure they are, but they're not listening to everyone. They are only listening to the people that are agreeing with them. All the people that dislike the game, sure, they'll take in some critical view, but they do that to give them a good image. Now, I know what a lot of you may be thinking. Man, this guy really hates this game. And I really don't. I love this game. It's like I said at the start of the video, it's probably one of my favorite game ever. Because it kind of revived my love for these games where you can play with your friends, because like a lot of the times I'm just playing single player games. But the problem with this game is just, it's like that feeling you get when you play this game so much and it just gets boring. That's just all it is. It's not the game isn't bad, it's not the game is horrible, it's the game's dying because the fans are just getting bored. Why play this game when I can go play Call of Duty Cold War? But at the end of the day, you all have to realize that this game series is really trying to help make this game stay alive. And that's what I respect. So, think of that. Hey y'all, this is Post Lane, Lanes and Moose here, and today I'm going to be talking to you all, I'm sorry about that. This is going to be a longer version of the video you just watched, so if that last little clip of me talking about Road Company, that was my original thoughts, but I realized I left some stuff out, and I don't really want to delete everything. So first off, I'm gonna go shut my door because my mother is currently asleep right now. But now I'm here to talk to you all about more reasons why I think Road Company is dying. And before you watch this, I want you all to know that in the thing you just saw, the last clip you just saw, you can basically watch that and not watch this part, and everything will basically stay the same, but I'm just going to add a few more points to why I'm saying, hey, this game is sort of kind of dying. But without further ado, let's get into a little bonus for this video. So, here's another reason why I think this game is dying, and it is basically what I was leaning towards at my last point, I believe. I think it was the lack of updates, I believe, or it was something else getting put in the comments. But basically, it was the lack of updates, I think, and I'm going more into that, not just with updates, but with modes. As you can see in this clip I'm showing you, this is all of the modes that are in the game, excluding the practices, because what's going on with the game is that it's not what I was saying before, it is that, but there's not really a lot of you to keep you coming back. It's there's 3 modes. One is the very core of the game, Demolition. Another is basically third-person Call of Duty. And the third is just there. Extraction is not really big. It's basically just Demolition, but without the bomb and less rounds. So less XP, meaning most people are not going to play Extraction. Then you saw ranked Demolition. Ranked is just more of a reason to grind the game, I guess. But you don't really get anything besides a calling card and a avatar. And you get a little badge next to your name, and that's about it. And then you saw the arms race, the limited time modes, but to be honest with you, those aren't really important. The limited time modes aren't really, they try to update the game with that, but limited time modes are fine. What I showed you was the arms race. That's currently, I'm not a big fan of arms race, but at least they try to change it, and I respect that. So, I kind of made this little thing. I was intending it to be the end, but that was just another point I had to make. So now let's go on to the things I don't think it's dying, but rather I think they should improve. So, first thing I would improve in this game is to just make more modes. Now, don't make limited time modes like arms race or those and make them a limited time, or basically just make them permanent. Put them into the main playlist, and maybe add a couple more modes, like maybe add a mode where you can only use villains, or maybe add a mode where you can only use heroes. Now, you're in Road Company, there's not really big villains or heroes, but maybe you can make it so that instead of you can have all your friends on the team, maybe you can make a deception mode where you can turn on your team, making it a 3v5, and, you know, kind of give that dynamic feeling that not all of the rogues are, you know, friendly. Or maybe you can, what's it called? Make a different mode where you can only use secondaries. That'd be awesome. Or you could only use melees. That'd be awesome. But I understand why they don't do it, because if they do, they would basically make the meta a lot different, and maybe no one will play them and it'd be a waste of time, but at least you'd give that appeal. And personally, I would play the game in Strikeout. Probably the best mode in Rogue, in my opinion. But I want to end this video, end this bonus segment, to all of you that don't give up on this game. If you absolutely love this game, do not give it up because people are just saying it's dying. Give it up when the game decides to not stay as a game, but rather a slot machine or a casino. But that's it for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. And remember, this game is not dead. It's dying.